I read my prepared text, I want to take this opportunity to thank the leadership of the National Assembly, particularly for the support and the cooperation we have received from the National Assembly in crafting the national response to COVID-19 and its execution. I also want to extend our gratitude to our development partners for the solid support and confidence they exhibited in the then Presidential Task Force and now Presidential Steering Committee, and in convincing their nations and agencies to grant Nigeria maximum support in our activities as we approach a virus that was novel and unknown to the entire world. I will not end my expression of gratitude without thanking the members of the press, the members of the fourth realm. You've demonstrated patriotism and you've engaged in this response as you've never done before. You have toiled day and night. You've been in the front line. You've committed yourselves, and some of you paid the supreme sacrifice. To the health workers of Nigeria, we remain eternally grateful for your services. And I will lend my voice to the appeal of distinguished Senator when he called on the members of the Nigerian Resident Doctors Association to respond to every invitation of negotiation and discussions so that we can bring to an end the current strike action that is affecting our health administration infrastructure. Having said that, let me now go to my prepared text. I'm privileged to address you at this auspicious national flag off aimed at informing Nigerians that we are commencing another phase of our four-phase strategic vaccine rollout plan. I also want to appreciate all Nigerians, especially those who have received their full 2 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine during the first phase, which closed in July. As you are aware, the third wave with the Delta variant of the virus is here with us. This has resulted in upsurge of COVID-19 cases in the last few weeks. The arrival of 4,080,000 doses of Moderna vaccine donated by the government of the United States and the 177,600 doses of Johnson & Johnson vaccines out of the 29+ million doses the federal government has purchased through the African Import-Export Bank and the African Union is highly encouraging and motivating for us as the Presidential Steering Committee. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to assure you that the federal government is committed to ensuring that Nigerians have unfettered access to COVID-19 vaccines, as the country will continue to invest in and access safe and effective vaccines. It is now the responsibility of every citizen to register and get vaccinated so that we can achieve our desired herd immunity of vaccinating at least 70% of our eligible population. The Presidential Steering Committee will continue to monitor with concern the increasing trend of COVID-19 cases in several countries with special focus on those with high incidence rate and widespread prevalence of variants of concern. While government deeply empathizes with families who have lost loved ones to this virus and assures them that we will continue to do everything possible to minimize the surge of COVID-19 cases in Nigeria, citizens are strongly advised to minimize all non-essential international travels by land, air, or sea at this time, especially to countries that are showing rising numbers of cases and deaths from COVID-19. Consequently, restrictions are placed on travelers from Brazil, India, South Africa, and Turkey into Nigeria in line with our travel guidelines. Individuals, transporters, and airlines who flout the guidelines shall be sanctioned. State governments are required to ensure all returning travelers from all these countries adhere to the mandatory 7-day self-isolation period and the repeat of the COVID-19 PCR test on the 7th day after arrival. Violators will also be sanctioned accordingly. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we all have a responsibility to safeguard the health of our people by ensuring that all eligible persons in our homes and communities get vaccinated with the COVID-19 vaccines, while government will continue to ensure sustained availability of the vaccines. The onus is on eligible citizens to demand for, make the extra effort to access the vaccines and get vaccinated. These vaccines are safe and efficacious, and it is our only hope out of the pandemic for now. Let me emphasize, I've said it quite often, that very soon when the developed countries that are manufacturing these vaccines are able to vaccinate a substantial number of their population, vaccine mandates will become the norm all over the world. So it is in your personal interest as a Nigerian, when the vaccines are made available, for you to ensure that you get vaccinated as quickly as possible. Because very soon you will not be able to travel the world unless you produce an evidence of the fact that you've received vaccination. The first phase of our COVID-19 vaccination and the entire national response has been adjudged by WHO and other development partners effective and one of the best in the world. This is very heartwarming. However, we acknowledge that there is still room for improvement. I commend the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency and our partners for the various initiatives they have introduced to address vaccine hesitancy, which was one of the greatest challenges encountered during the first phase. We invite all hands to be on deck to fight vaccine hesitancy in order to free our country and the rest of the world from this pandemic. I therefore urge all stakeholders to mobilize their community members aged 18 years and above, especially the elderly, to get vaccinated against COVID-19 to stop the transmission of the virus, as vaccines is pivotal to our efforts at containing the spread of COVID-19. It is therefore imperative that even after vaccination, you will continue to observe the non-pharmaceutical measures, the wearing of masks, washing of hands frequently, maintaining physical distancing until we have vaccinated enough eligible Nigerians to achieve herd immunity. I sincerely commend all our stakeholders, especially our governors, for the demonstration of standing leadership by example and for the oversight during the first phase of the administration of the vaccines. As the second phase of vaccination commences today, I believe our governors and all those in leadership position will intensify mobilization efforts and continue to facilitate the vaccination of eligible persons in the state and the local governments to ensure all allocated vaccines for the second phase are fully utilized, just as we did during the first phase when we had 100% utilization of available vaccines. Having said that, let me continue to urge Nigerians that COVID-19 is nowhere gone. It's still very, very much around with us. And we must continue. I emphasize that the only way to safeguard ourselves and our loved ones is to continue to adopt the non-pharmaceutical measures, which is the most likely cure we have for now. Wearing of face masks or any form of covering, washing our hands or use of sanitizers, maintain social distancing or physical distancing, and let's avoid large congregations for now. It is therefore my singular honor and privilege to officially flag off phase 2 COVID-19 vaccination in Nigeria on this day, Monday, 16th August 2021, to the glory of God and for the benefit of mankind. I thank you for your kind attention, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.